Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are doing well. This is your host Nisar. I wanted to shoot this video outdoor, but it's -2 right now and I couldn't even sit for 5 minutes outdoor. It was windy. So I am shooting this in my car instead. Anyway, in this video I wanted to share with you my experience of border crossing from Canada to United States of America via land. I have been to United States the last weekend, so I wanted to share my experience with you. I have recently got my United States visitor visa. If you haven't seen that video already, I'll leave the link here somewhere. You can go check it out. How I got my visa in just 30 days. I wanted to apply for this visa in 2020 itself, but due to the COVID and all that, I could not get this appointment, and finally it's done. So why I rushed is that winter is about to start here, and if it starts snowing, it will be very difficult for you to drive car in those conditions. So I have rushed. I went to US for just 5 days. I went during the weekend and then I came back this weekend. Before crossing the border via land, I have been doing my research because this is my first time, but I could not find any content wherein people were traveling on visitor visa plus were holding an Indian passport. So I wanted to make this video for those people who are interested in traveling via land, because this is holiday season, November and December, and there are a lot of holidays and people tend to travel a lot. So I hope this video will be helpful to someone who are planning their trips. So let me just share my experience. What I did was I have traveled to Pittsburgh city. It's approximately 900 kilometers from Ottawa. So I have divided my travel into two parts. One, I traveled from Ottawa to Toronto in the Friday evening after my office hours. Then I reached Toronto by 10 p.m. I stayed overnight at my friend's place, and then from Toronto I started my journey from Toronto to Pittsburgh. So it took me roughly 5 hours from here to Toronto, and then once in the morning when I got up, I freshened up, had my breakfast, and then I started my journey to Pittsburgh. It took me roughly 1.5 hours to reach from Toronto to Niagara Falls border crossing. As I was crossing the border on weekend, that is on Saturday, I encountered some traffic. It took me only 1.5 hours to reach the border, but just for me to cross the border, it took me approximately 1 hour. Let me break that down to you. So once I have reached the border, I had to wait in line for my turn for around 25 to 30 minutes. Then I drove to the immigration officer. I handed him over my passport and then which contained the visa. He checked it and then he asked me 3 basic questions: where am I going, why am I going, and when I am planning to come back. Then he looked in the system, and as I was entering into the United States for the first time, I believe that he has asked me to park the car somewhere and then go to the immigration office on the second floor. At this time, I was having no idea why he has asked me to do that. So he handed over me a slip and then he asked me to go to the second floor. So I parked my car, I went to the immigration office on the second floor, and there were people who are ahead of me already waiting. So it took around 15 to 20 minutes in my case, for the officer to call me. So again, he called me, he asked me the same 3 questions: where am I going, why am I going, and when I am planning to come back. And then he has taken my fingerprints and a photograph. I think this is because I am traveling to United States for the first time and then I'm activating my visa, I presume that. And then he has asked me to pay a $6 fee, as I am crossing the border via land. This is not required if you are crossing the border via air. So I paid my fees and then he stamped on the paper which was given at the beginning, and then he asked me to exit the building. So while I was exiting the building, another officer has taken the paper which they have stamped in the second floor, just a confirmation saying that I have been all cleared, and then I was all asked to exit from there. Now once I have exited the immigration office, I went to my car and then I was on my way. Officially, once I have exited that immigration area, I was in United States. So once I crossed the border, I was in Buffalo City, and from there it was roughly around 400 or 350 kilometers for me to reach Pittsburgh. Now I wanted to talk about the things you need to carry if you are planning to cross the border via land. One is your travel document for sure, and a valid visa. I think these are the 2 important things which you need for crossing the border with respect to immigration. So what happens is that, if let's say 4 people are crossing the border in a car, so you will have to take care that each and everyone is having a valid entry status for to enter into United States. And also while you are crossing the border, officer will ask you if you have anything in your car. So just to be safe, keep your car clean when you are crossing the border. There are chances that you might be subjected to a deeper scan or a deeper check of the car, so be careful of that. Now let me talk about the things you need to take care before you are planning to cross the border into United States. In my personal opinion, there are 5 things which you need to take care when you are traveling. First would be your car insurance. Let it be your personal car or a rental car. Make sure contact your insurance agent or insurance provider. Make sure that whatever insurance you are having here in Canada, that is valid in United States as well. I did the same. I have contacted my insurance provider and have said that I am going on a short trip into United States. He said that my insurance will be valid. So that is good. That would be your point number 1. Point number 2 would be to take care of your mobile data or your roaming plans. As you know, if you are traveling into another country, so your existing mobile plans which are in Canada, they won't work over there. So you need to activate a roaming plan if you are planning to use the mobile data for calls or for navigation purposes. So careful of that. The third thing would be your driving license. Make sure that your driving license is valid. To my understanding, your Canadian driving license, full driving license, is accepted in United States. You can drive using that. You don't need any additional international driving permit for that. I will leave the link of that in the description below. You can go check that out. Fourth point would be the speed limits. As you know, speed here in Canada is measured in kilometers per hour. So once you cross the border, once you are in United States officially, it converts into miles per hour. So you have to be careful of that. So you need to make sure that you are following the speed limits in miles per hour. In general, cars which are manufactured or driven here in Canada have miles per hour and kilometer hour in the speedometer itself. These days it's digital, so you be careful of that and take care of that. The fifth point would be to carry some cash with you, United States currency, so that just in case at border you are asked to pay $6 fees, that can be paid by a credit card as well, but it would be convenient if you are having a cash. And second thing where this would be convenient is that during the tolls, unlike in Canada, most of the highways I have traveled from in New York State, I-90, it was a tolled highway. So luckily I did not stop anywhere to pay the toll. It was electronic. While I was traveling, it would just take the photo of that and then it would send the bill to my address. I have to pay that. But if you are traveling to some other places, I have heard that you need to stop at a particular place, pay the toll via your credit card, or some places accept only cash. So just to be safe, carry $100 or $200 of United States currency. It would be helpful and less hassle for you. I hope this video was helpful to someone. My main intention of this video was to help people guide or get an understanding of what they need to take care of while they are crossing the border via land. Do like this video if you have found this interesting and share it with your family and friends. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye, take care and have a great day.